Hey guys, my name is Paul Brumbaugh. It is Thursday. That's right, Thursday, April 6th. Is it April 6th? Wow, I don't even know what day of the week it is. April 7th. April 7th, Thursday, April 7th, and you're here on the edge. We're talking about microplastics found in the human bloodstream for the first time. If you guys don't know what microplastics are basically exactly what they sound like, little pieces of plastic that are now being found in everything. We've read about it from finding it in our food and our fish. And it's basically a contaminant that comes from all the plastic we've used and discarded improperly over the decades of using plastics. And it's broken down so small. You know, that big island that's out in the middle of the Pacific that has nothing but plastic on that island. There's also the big bottle, what is it called? The Pacific Ocean plastic patch. That's basically just a whole bunch of plastic floating out in the middle of the ocean. That's like the size of Texas. Well, this stuff has become so toxic and has overrun our earth so much that you can find it in every source known to man on this planet. Now they're finding it in our bloodstreams for the first time. This is being reported by multiple outlets. This is not scare tactics. I'm currently reading something from The Guardian. I just read something from scientist.org. There's multiple articles on this, but it's coming out today. This one is directly from theguardian.com. Microplastics found in human bloodstream for the first time. The discovery shows that particles can travel around the body and may lodge in organs. The impact on health is yet unknown, but researchers are concerned as microplastic cause damage to the human cells. In the laboratory, and air pollution particles already known to enter the body and cause millions of early deaths every year. Huge amounts of plastic waste is dumped in the environment, and microplastics now contaminate the entire planet. From the summit of Mount Everest to the deepest oceans, people were already known to consume tiny particles via food and water, as well as breathing them in. And they have been even found in the feces of babies and adults. The scientists analyzed blood samples from 22 anonymous donors, all healthy adults, found plastic particles in 17 of them. Half the samples were contaminated PET plastic, which is commonly used in drink bottles, while a third contained polystyrene, used for packaging food and other products. Styrofoam, right? A quarter of the blood samples contain polyethylene, which is a plastic carrier, which is used for plastic carrier bags. Our study is the first indication that we have a polymer particles in our blood. It's a breakthrough result, said Professor Dick Vennek at the University of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. But we have extended the research to increase a sample sizes, a number of polymers assessed, etc. Further studies by a number of groups are already underway, he said. It is certainly reasonable to be concerned, as he told The Guardian. The particles are there and are transported throughout the body, he said. Previous work has shown that microplastics were 10 times higher in the feces in babies compared with adults, and that babies fed with plastic bottles are swallowing millions of microplastic particles a day. Okay, so I know we're kind of really concerned about that, especially if you're a parent. By the way, if you're a parent and you're bottle feeding your child, another reason not to be bottle feeding your child. We also know that in general that babies and young children are more vulnerable to chemical and particle exposure, he said. That worries me a lot. The new research is published in the Journal of Environmental International and adapted existing techniques to detect and analyze these particles as small as 0.0007 millimeters. Some of the blood samples contain 2 or 3 types of plastic. The team used steel syringe needles and glass tubes to avoid contamination and tested the background levels of microplastics during the blank samples. Nasty. So we have to worry about, we're ingesting microplastics no matter how we're doing it. We're doing it through our food. We're doing it through our water. We're doing it through just everything. Even the things that, again, water. How are we getting it in our water supply? Because of the water sources. How are we getting it in our food? Because the things that are food sources, let's say they're animals, they're eating things, they're drinking things that are contaminated. So they're everywhere, and now they're inside of us. So pretty scary stuff, folks. What's your thoughts on this? Would love to hear more about it. Please make sure to go check us out at edgestudiosonline.com. My name is Paul Brumbaugh. This has been The Edge. Keep standing up. Go like us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. I think that's it. And go check us out later. We'll see you guys next time. Keep standing up.